the Asian session, once price broke above, 138, 850, had to fill this wick, came up to fill this wick, had no positions running over here. A lot of people took some buys and they had positions running all the way up to the top. But we've reached a high right over here now. Price has tapped into a high. So let's just remove everything else from here while we're looking at the 4-hour chart. Um, we made a high. Let's take a look on the 1 hour. 1 hour has also created a high right now, and it's kind of like retracing. So I mean, I think it's safe to say that now when it's retracing after making high, all I want to see is they create some sort of a support to retest the high. I think that's going to be a pretty good move here to retest the high. So probably going to wait for that. Oh, we got some ads running here on YouTube. Oh, the gulag is awake right now. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is range. Man, gold is so scary. It is so scary. I mean, look at this. Look at the size of these candles over here. These 15-minute candle. This candle here, this is like 180 pips. Just insane. Whoever's trading gold, man, I salute you. You're like my hero right now. You're like the Conan the Barbarian. I mean, look at this 15-minute candle, 80 pips, 90, 100 pips. Wow, this is insane. This is crazy. Gold is just ranging right now. GPJPY is also trying to come down. Before GPJPY went up, it created a support around 139, 220, 200. That's where it created a support. I'm going to be waiting for price to come down over here to create some sort of a support so I can take a buy position in this uptrend. So there's going to be a little bit of a waiting involved. But if I take a sell over here, the range is only like, 10 pips away. That support is like 10 pips away. So can't take a sell over here because it's pretty small range. Can't take a buy because, candles are bearish. So what else can I do? Just wait. Just be a good boy and wait. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is, okay, new high created, lots of rejection, might go down before continuing up. Safe area to take a buy. Okay, waiting for support. Might go down here. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for too. Ooh, Sacha missed something. What'd you miss? Oh, might go down. We'll look for support here. Yeah, makes sense. That's something I'm going to look for too. Good day from Australia. Working strategy, USD Mexican, Euro Mexican, ZAR JPY, carry trade with power of pound, recovery pound, CHF, pound USD, pound CHF, working well. Any thoughts? Mark Harris, I don't know what you just wrote over there, but that's just a lot of information right now. That information makes no sense at all, what you wrote. I think you need to be more concise in what you're trying to convey. All right, let's take a look at this. We got a cowboy here trading gold. Wait, let's take a look at this gold chart. We got someone trying to trade gold right now. Oh, okay, you got the 5-minute chart. We look for buys or sells depending on the candle closing outside the range. You're looking for buys above this area, sells below this area on the 5-minute time frame. You got clean candles here to the left. You got clean candles here to the left again for sells. I think it's good. Good, you have the right idea. You have the great idea. So basically what this gentleman did was he created a support, right? Most recent support, and created a resistance. Most recent resistance, okay? This is the exact way how I trade. Exact way how I trade, right? Create the most recent resistance, most recent support, and then he's like, okay, well, if price breaks this resistance, where can price move on to? You're like, okay, maybe price is going to come up over here. If price breaks the support, price is most likely to come down over here. That's it. You got your two destinations. Once you have your two destinations, that's all you need, man. Because if price is going to break up, it's going to go up over there, and you can, then look at some candle confirmations and take a buy to all the way up over there. That's it. Simple analysis. Something like on GJ over here, just waiting for a support to be formed. Oh wow, man, it's a lot of consolidation over here. So it's going to be some sort of waiting here. Let's take a look at Forex Factory. Let's take a look at some news. Let's take a look at pre-markets here. Pound news was super duper good. You know what's interesting? The most interesting thing is that technically speaking, daily candle. All right, check this out, right? Technically speaking, this daily candle closed above all these candles here to the left. So it means it broke out of your resistance, right? It broke out of resistance, and then you're like, okay, well, if it broke out of resistance, it has to fill this wick and tap into the high as at like 139,500. So technically, this made sense. But then when you look at fundamentally, it just followed the technical analysis. You know, it's amazing. It just filled right up to the rim. And we got USD CPI news coming on. So if gold starts ranging between 1935 and 1927, I'm not sure if someone was born in 1935 and you're watching the stream right now, but if gold keeps on ranging till CPI, I think CPI is going to be the move that's going to break gold out of this consolidation over here. So we're going to wait for that. EJ highs and GP CAD lows being made, waiting for retests. All right. On gold analysis, would a good entry be above the highs or lows, or wait for a close above? I think waiting for a close above would be ideal on gold, because gold is difficult to trade. Really difficult. The only reason is because these ranges are massive. Look at this. This is a 86 pip range. You know, so you can't trade gold with your normal lot size. If you're trading gold with a normal lot size right now, forget about it. Decrease your lot size because the movements are insane. Look at this 5-minute candles. Look at these 5-minute candles. Look at this one 5-minute candle. This is a 70 pip 5-minute candle. You know, so you have to reduce your lot sizes when trading gold. So, you know, trading's easy today because I'm just waiting for a candle to close here. We got 21 minutes left, so, you know, 21 minutes. We can do a lot of things in 21 minutes. Let's take a look at this chart here. We got the chart coming in. Okay, what's this GJ? Sells below this area, buys above this area. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So you're looking for sells below. I think you should, I mean, now when you're looking at this area here to the left-hand side, all this area over here, right? This makes sense, right? This makes sense because now you're like, okay, well, you know, this area may be important as price comes over here. But when you're looking at the most recent areas, this is your most recent area right over here, not this over here. This area was important when price was moving down. This area was important, kind of important when price was moving up. And you can see that price created wicks in the same area. But before it created wicks over here, it also created this support. You know, so as price starts to come down, I'm just looking at this area right here over here. If price respects this area, then there's going to be a higher probability to take buys. You know, that's what I'm waiting for right now. Or I'm waiting for price to break above, you know, 139, what is this, 139,500 for it to continue moving bullish, because this is all consolidation over here. We'll see how price sets up, you know, we'll see how candles sets up, because, you know, if candles do set up like a bullish candle in this area, I think it's going to be a, I don't know, it's going to be a good opportunity, but it's going to be an opportunity for buys. So it's kind of like waiting right now. For gold, is it similar to GJ in terms of the 30-minute legal could confirm? Yep, it's pretty good. Gold, you know, sometimes on a 15-minute things look good, 30-minute things look good. So it's all situational on gold. So I'll just watch it from the sidelines. I just want to see a price closing above 1935, actually like at 1936, and then continuation toward 1943 or even 1946. Man, this is a 100 pip range. You got 100 pip range. Yeah. I see the same type of setup on the Dow futures. Can't share because it requires live data feeds. Oh, Dow futures. Yeah, I'm going to look at Dow futures later on. Right now, we're focused I'm focused over here. What do you think of my Euro USD analysis? All right, let's take a look at your Euro USD analysis. I think your Euro USD analysis doesn't exist. It's a wrong chart, man. Nothing exists over here. So maybe you wanna try to see. Yeah, it's a wrong chart. I sent the wrong chart. Why do you think gold is so difficult to trade? Because it's affected, or because it's very volatile? That's why I think it's difficult to trade. Well, at least for me, it's very volatile right now. You know, the candles are big. There's a lot of volatility. I mean, you can lower down your lot size and then trade gold, but that's up to you. You know, I'm not going to break my plan and venture into gold. I'm just going to stick to GJ, and I'm going to see if something forms for me to take a trade. Let's take a look at pre-markets, and then we're going to walk into US 30 here. So the pre-markets are extremely bullish. We are up by 300 points, and being up by 300 points, that's a big deal. So let's take a look at US 30 over here. This should be rallying up close to 27, close to 28,000. We're having a strong rally, man. Trump wasn't kidding when he said that Dow and the US indexes are going to continue moving bullish. Now we have a resistance at 28,100. Looking on the 1 hour, 1 hour is creating like some sort of a support to support the idea for price to continue moving bullish, at least to 28,000. It's right over there. And if there's momentum in the market, I think by NYC Open we could get towards 28,100. Take a look at this chart here. New high formed. If this candle closes bullish, confirmation of support, take buy to retest the high if support is formed. Yeah, that's something I'm looking at too, because I want this candle to close a bullish candle, a strong bullish candle. But the only problem here is that if I measure this range, this is a 12-13 pip range, right? It's pretty small, and also the 15 minutes just ranging over it. So this is just overall garbage. All this area, this is very, very difficult over here because this is a range. You know, for you to put yourself in a best position to win, I think what you need to do is you need to wait for price to get out of this range. So if you take a look at like a broader level over here, what we will see is that we have this area here, consolidation here. If we look to the left hand side, we have more consolidation here as well. You know, so as price comes over here, it gets really difficult because we don't know within this consolidation if price is going to go move up, move down, try to consolidate. I think a really, really good position to take would be above 139,500. Yeah, I think above 139,500 would be a pretty good position to take. Let's take a look left here. There's nothing to the left. So we're going to go to our high time frames and we're going to try to see what we can find. A better trade would be above 139,500. Let's draw that with an orange line just for visual purposes. And then I guess the sell is going to be below this area here. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. When price is trending up, right, it's going to create supports and it's going to move up. You know, it's going to come down, it's going to create supports, and then it's going to move up. But if it breaks this support, then it starts moving down. You know, so as price is coming up, it creates a high over here, and now we're waiting for a support to be formed to, like, you know, see that, okay, like, you know, now if a support is formed, then price is going to continue moving up. But if a support is formed and that support is broken, then it's not going to continue moving up, it's going to continue moving down. So that's why it's really important for you to wait for a technical level to be formed, because a technical level is going to tell you whether price is going to move up or move down, right? Right now it's just coming down, and so I'm just kind of waiting over here. Hey, hi Raja, hi Daniel Savage. You know, back in the day when a girl would send you a message, and if she wrote four eyes with the H, that means she was interested. If she wrote one I with the H, that means it's like, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like someone wrote HI, they're like, oh, A is just high. But she wrote H high. That's like, oh, it's game on. That's the little boy's code over there. Have you taken any trades yesterday on the Asian session? No. Um, no trades.
How
Can you
are you,
look at...
brother?
Hey, man, I'm good. How are you?
Doing lovely.
So what, you cut the buys on GJ?
Yeah, I caught him all the way at the bottom.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a pretty good move.
And like the thing is, before I even entered that trade, because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna enter this trade because I'm in the range. But then I was like, man, you know, all of my confluences when I enter a trade, are there. So I mean, you know what? I'm gonna manage my risk, and if I see more confirmations, maybe I'll add on to my positions. So I ended up following my game plan, and instead of worrying about the fact that okay, we're in the Asian session and we're in a tight little range, I was like, okay, let me forget about that. And you know what? I'm going to just take the trade. I'm going to follow my game plan. I'm going to just follow how I trade normally, like if it was another session. I didn't let the session basically make me insecure. I just took my trade, and yeah, man, it ended up playing out real perfect. Hopped on a Zoom and everything, and was like, yeah, man, let's just do this, man. Let's do this, And we caught some good trades, and yeah, I was gonna go to sleep, but I was like, man, there's only 1 hour left. The legend gets on in an hour. Let me just thug it out. Stay up, then I'll join the stream.
Let me tug it out. Let's just push the boundary a little bit.
So here I am. No sleep, gang.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty good. In the London session, I guess this was the smoking gun over here once this candle closed bullish. And then we knew
once that candle closed bullish, I was like, okay, no, this is it. This is it.
Fasten your seatbelts.
It's over from here. Like, I know for a fact, like it's straight profit city from here.
Soon Po L1065. You're talking about sells. I think you need to send a chart of what confirmations you saw to take a sell from the top. Because the thing is, in life and in charts, you'll get a lot of opportunities. You'll get a lot of opportunities. Some opportunities are going to be good opportunities. Some opportunities are going to be not so good opportunities, right? And you have to identify which opportunities which you can take each and every day to be profitable. So if price is moving up, you could take a buy. If price is moving down, you could take a sell. But what's your plan? What's your game plan? I'll tell you my game plan, which is every day. I wait for price to create a high. If price creates a high, I wait for it to retrace, which is it doing right now, and then I wait for a support. If a support is formed, I'm going to follow my trade. I'm going to take a buy, and hopefully we're going to come up here, and it's going to be a good day. But if a support is formed, and then if the support is broken, then I'm going to look around and say, okay, like, you know what? Now the support is broken. This move up, this whole move might get corrected, and then I'm going to look for sells. But once price reaches a resistance, now I'm not taking a blind sell, because I used to do that in the past. And think about this, whenever price would reach a resistance, I would take a blind sell. It worked maybe 30% of the time, 40% of the time. Because then prices just keep trending bullish, and I'd be stuck in a drawdown. I know a lot of people still do this. When price reaches a strong resistance, you take a sell. If price reaches a strong support, you take a buy without any confirmations, because you want that wick entry. As good as that wick entry may seem, it not happens all the time. I have a lot of experienced people in here, and they can maybe relate to that. Like, it doesn't happen all the time. You always get stuck. I'm sorry, my chart was wrong. I published it now. Well, if you send it, we'll see it. If you don't send it, we can't see it. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is wrong chart. Come on, Gulag, work with me here. God damn. Work with me here. Let's take a look at this Euro New Zealand analysis. This is strong bullish movement in London, filling the previous wick. Okay, price ranging, no trades yet. Okay, price close to below support, form a resistance to take sell down. I'll look for support to form to retest the high. Potential buys above. I think buys above would be pretty good because this is a 20 pip range, and right now if price is in the middle, this becomes like 15, like maybe 10 pip range. So I think a close below the support would be a great idea to take sells. Just kind of waiting over here to see what happens here.
Let me ask you a question, Raja. So since price did reach 139,500, created resistance at previous resistance, and price has struggled to fail to trade above 139,500, and now it's pulling back, it wouldn't scare you to go long to retest that zone after it's been already, for example, rejected, as you can see, more than about 10 times that one level?
No, no, not really, because yeah, no, it's not because it happens 80% of the time, and if we're looking at the day, it's Wednesday, and Wednesday has really high volume, Wednesday. So we only look for, so whenever zones are broken three ways, right? When there's a lot of volume in the market, when there's news, and the third one I can't remember right now. I thought I remembered, but I don't, right? So
Gulag.
yeah, send me through Gulag. So basically, if 139,500 is a very, very strong zone, and if we expect it to break, we expect it to break during times when there's a lot of volume in the market. That's like your Tuesdays, your Wednesdays, your Thursdays, and especially now we're walking into the New York Open, NYC Open, So I mean, if we do form a support here, there's going to be a higher probability that price may retest 139,500, but if there's a candle that's closing, okay, so here's what I'm looking at right now, right? Price will come down. Where's my red candle here? So price will come down here, whatever, right over here, right? And if we have a bullish candle forming, let's say like this, so that's going to be an indication that okay, now price may start moving up. But if for some reason, if the next candle breaks the low of the bullish candle, then the buying analysis is no longer there. Then we can turn around and say, okay, you know what? Now price may correct the whole move from the London to come all the way down. So that's why for me, it's really important to see price creating a support, because that's going to tell me, okay, whether we're going to move up, or if the next candle breaks the low of the previous one, then we may start moving down.
Yeah, because that area right there where you're looking for support to be created, that would be like an entry on the Fibonacci. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So which is really good, because if it pulls back into that zone, it'll pull back into the 50, and the 50 and the 618, which is very alpha level of the Fibonacci for buys and sells to continue the trend, catching the pullback. So you would have a few confluences as well, as if price would to create support at 139,200. So ideally, what I would honestly anticipate price to do would be to actually do exactly the same thing you're talking about, and then continue to maybe potentially, if we can break 139,500, like how you were saying, especially since it is Wednesday and the volatility, man, Wednesdays don't play. We all know that. Ted has said it. You have said it hundreds of times, man. We don't play on Wednesdays or Thursdays. I honestly believe 140 is a possibility. Between 140 and 139,900 is a possibility by the end of the session, in my opinion.
100%.
Because notice, yeah, like right there, look at that on that weekly resistance. We're already trading above. This week is already above previous weeks, highs. So I mean, what is stopping us from continuation to the upside?
Yeah. Once we move into 140, we're coming up to 141. Because if this was on the way I look at the higher time frames, when I'm looking at the weekly or when I'm looking at the daily, I'm imagining that, okay, let's imagine this was a 30-minute time frame, or let's imagine this was the 4-hour or the 1-hour time frame. That's how I look at the weekly. So now, you're right, absolutely right, man. Like 140 is right there. It's also weekly wick fill from the 1st of June. But on the small time frames, we need those confirmations, which is why we're all here holding each other's hands. And some people let go of the hands, and some people grab on tight. When you go in drawdown, you're just holding tight. You're like, oh my God, what's
And
going on?
it's like super funny because like when I stay up like during the London, because it's like really hard for me to sleep sometimes. Because like I'll be honest, like my sleeping schedule is like corrupted. Like my sleeping schedule is another level of I don't even have a sleeping schedule. You know what I mean? Which is kind of bad, and sometimes it does affect me as a trader. And I don't know, like I just started to kind of do, I was inspired by you, and literally like just chilling with people, waiting to get to your live stream. Because if not, I fall asleep. Literally, I'll fall asleep and I'll miss the damn stream. And I'll wake up, I'll check your story. Caught 20 pips. I missed out. I could have made 20 pips with Raja. Oh, tomorrow's another day. Same thing happens.
Yeah, it's like a talk show, it's every day. It's just like a
Like literally,
live
it's so
podcast.
fun. Like time flies. I kill time. Wait till I get on this stream because I love being here, man. I love being here. People have no idea how fun these streams are. Like it's crazy. Just time flies by. It's free money. Like I don't understand. Like it's free money. Love it.
Yeah, the best thing is when we get bad charts and then people get roasted. Man, I just wish one
Gulag.
day that wouldn't happen. Um, hey, if you look at
And
the
we get to blow horns.
yeah, exactly. Hey, if you look at the GDP of pound release, it is a concrete change fundamentally with stronger break above NY volume. What? After retest of 139,300 level and break above 139,500 level with the NY volume and bottom liquidity wick formation. Oh, for it to continue moving up, yeah, for sure. But like this move up on the pound happened because of good news. It doesn't mean that that good news will keep on affecting the pound to break up above, 139,500 now, because that's already happened. So right now we got like 1 minute left over here. So within this 1 minute, let's take a look at this chart here really quick. GPAUD waiting for support to be formed. Okay, yeah, this looks good. The only problem is that this whole consolidation here to the left. So if you get a bullish candle closing, I think, especially the candle, if it breaks the high of the previous, this 30-minute candle, I think you can have a opportunity to maybe get a little correction of move going up. So look in the 15 minutes closing back within this range. 30-minute candle is also closing, but it's leaving this big liquidity wick down over here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is also closing like a weak bullish candle. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna sit out. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for price to come up towards 139,500, and then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do. Because right now it's pretty iffy because this is a whole consolidation on the 5-minute here, 15-minute here. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait. All right, let's take a look at this. Forming resistance, sell after the first bearish candle. Yeah, I think whenever price is in momentum, whenever price is moving up, your goal should be to wait for support to be formed to take a buy. I know 100% it looks really good, it looks really awesome to take these sells, but you have to understand, look what Warren Buffett says. Warren Buffett the great says that buy low and sell high. And and what he means by that is like buy low, sell high means that if price is trending up, you're buying the lows right over here and then going up. Again, price comes down, you're buying the lows and then heading up. When you're selling the highs. So which means when price is dipping down, you're selling the highs right over here. Price goes down. Price comes up, makes a high, you sell the high, price goes down. Price comes up, makes a high, you sell the high, price goes down. And how do you sell the high? Is that you wait for confirmations on smaller time frames. That's it. That's it. So when price is trending up, it's coming down, you're buying the low. You're looking for supports to be formed for price to go up. But like right over here, this is consolidation, so obviously, this is pretty hard to trade. Now when we're looking at the candles, this previous 30-minute candle closed with no wick on the top. So if a candle closes with no wick on the top, right over here, this means that there's no range for the next candle to go up. When there's no range for the next candle to go up, even though it closed bullish, now there's a 50-50 chance. There's a 50-50 chance whether this candle is going to go up or it's going to go down. But what we do know is that price has essentially created a support right over here. And I think if we get a candle closing below this area, we can not only move down towards 139.200, but we can move further down to correct this move, as we move into the New York Open. So these are some things I'm looking at right now. So we're going to see what happens here. It's going to be interesting. If it breaks the high of the previous candle, can we take impulsive buys? Well, you can take impulsive buys all you want, but I'm waiting for price to close about 139.500 because this is a range, and I'm not trying to lose money and be a dumbass and trade in this range. I have to wait for price to break out of this range. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is support formed, current support being respected right over here, 18 pip range, so waiting for a break. Yeah, I think, so support is formed over here. This was liquidity wick, which matches up right over here. So you're looking at supports formed when candles are closed. Candle closed here, candle opened here, support formed over here, boom. This is just a range. So let's see what happens. Still some time left over here now. The UK officially in a recession. What's your thoughts on that, Raja? I honestly don't care who's in recession, who's in depression, it doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is if a candle can close below this area so I can take a sell, or if a candle can close above so I can take a buy. I don't care what's going on fundamentally, because the thing is, like, when we read these news about recessions and rates and all this and that, those things affect the market on like a larger scale, like on your daily and the weekly and the monthly. But when you're looking at the smaller time frame, no one out there is looking at the 15-minute, the 30-minute, or the 1 hour to see that what these retarded retail traders are doing. No one's looking at that. I mean, they're looking at the higher time frames, man. Like, if people say brokers are waiting at the 15-minute candles to stop you out, man, no, trust me. That's not happening. I mean, you'll have to outsource all that work to somebody someplace else, to do that. That takes a lot of man hours. I have a question about FAR support resistances like in Euro JPY. I think you need to send a chart about Euro JPY. Actually, let's take a look at Euro JPY. Oh wow, okay, this thing is trending even bullish. Whoever talked about EU being in recession, I don't think so. So this thing is coming up over here. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily has broken above 125, 400. Weekly, well, I guess we're heading towards, what's this? Ooh, 126, 700. That's like 80 pips away. Let's take a look on the daily over here. Okay, so let's just zoom in here on the daily candles and let's see what's going on over here. So see, as we're zooming in into daily candles, this is where price is right now, and this is the next resistance right here on the daily chart. So if you draw a line here, just for visual purposes, and if you measure the range, this is around 20 pips away, and then further on we have around 50 pips away at 126, 300. So let's draw another line over here, and now we're going to go towards our charts. Let's go all the way to the left, and this is what we got on the daily time frame. Let's look on the 4 hour, that's what we got. Look at the 1 hour. Now we have a range. Maybe 126 is going to be a target on your JPY. Hey, yesterday in the second chance entry, why you enter with double lot, the decision was based on what? The decision was based on the fact that since I was using lower risk, so I could afford to put on some more risk. So I think price is moving down right now, and this may be, just going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. And if we close bearish here, I think below 139.320, I think we're going to continue moving down towards 139.200 and then further down. If we move further down, I think this is going to be a good area for price to come into 139.090. It's possible price will range until 9:30 because of bullish London move. Yeah, it's possible. Anything can happen. It's possible the Brexit news can come out and price can just continue to fly. That can happen too. Do you trade exotic pairs? No. Did you open a long position? No. Um, are you a millionaire? No. That's why you're in the gulag, man. That's why you stay in the gulag. Come on. Damn. It's random questions. Looks like people type the first thing that comes to their mind. GJ at 30 minutes. Alright. Someone's looking for buys over here. If you're looking for buys over here, you have to wait for... Okay, you got your level over here with the golden zone. Also, you'll have to wait for some sort of a confirmation on the candles too. And that will line up perfectly. Even though your chart is blinding me right now, but kind of like looking at the far. The craziest thing some brokers don't allow you to is to close partials. Oh wow. Oh wow, brokers don't allow you to close partial positions? That's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to trade on that broker.
Yeah, I mean, man.
That doesn't even exist.
Closing partial is just, I think it's normal. You should be able to do it. You seem a bit more focused on the 30-minute today as opposed to the 15-minute. Yeah. It is what it is. You know, it's all situational. You can't really have a set formula that, oh, this guy looked at the 15-minute for 2 days. I guess we only need to look at the 15-minute. No. It doesn't work like that. If you have an account with Oanda and your spread is 2.5 to 3 pips, how would you adjust your positions with confirmations to gain more pips? I think at that point I'd move to a higher time frame because the spreads are just way too big to trade for, 15 to 20 pips. Because having a 2.5 pip to 3 pip spread, that means it's going to cost you a lot to take a trade. For me, I have like a 1.2, 1.5 pip spread. It's going to cost me less to take the trade. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is 1 hour chart. Price rejected the resistance. Price closed bearish below resistance. Take a sell with stop above the bearish candle. Okay. Closed half of my position. Price picked the high after cut loss. I decided to cut all my position when price go bearish, so I take small loss at my first trade. Okay, that's good. That's a good trade. I would say it would have been better to look for some sort of a better resistance to form below here, or if you're looking for sells in an uptrend, I wouldn't do that. But since this happened, it's still okay. You took one trade and you managed your risk, so I think it's good. But I do think if price was trending up, you should have been waiting for a support for price to continue going up because we were in an uptrend. Some days you close the tab with the other currencies on the right, but today you have it open. Oh no, this tab is always open every day. Look at all the live streams. They're always open. What's your worst loss on trading Forex? Around I think it was 26,000. It was interest rates. It happened pretty fast. I wasn't happy. Gold getting close to breaking out of the range. Yes. Gold is getting super close.
God, I wouldn't even trade gold.
Yeah, I'm just watching. I mean, have you seen that show called Black Stallion? No, Black Beauty.
Black Beauty. No, I've never heard
Black
of it.
Beauty. It's a very old show. Like it came out when I was like 13. It's about this black horse, you know. So these people they rescue this wild black stallion, you know, and the way that black stallion moves, everyone is just like mesmerized because it's so powerful and elegant and it's a boss. And when gold is moving now, I'm just amazed at its, you know, magnificence, the way it moves. This is 100 pip range right over here. You know, and if we break up and it moves like 100 pips in 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I'm just gonna be like, wow, that's crazy.
And then you look at a huge red candle. That's 200 pips melted in 15 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, yo, what? I mean, people talk about getting 100 pips in 2 days, man. Get that in 20 minutes on gold. Oh, someone got stopped out here. Let's take a look at this. GU, all right. Price on a downtrend, okay, resistance formed, bearish candle closed. I think you need to point exactly which bearish candle closed because you can see it's not pointed anywhere. So I'm going to assume you're talking about this candle here. Took a sell after it broke the low over here, got stopped out in the green bullish. Oh, you got stopped out at break even? Because it seems like you took a sell over here, but the candle closed down over here, so I don't know how you got stopped out. Maybe you got stopped out at break even. I think that information is important. Oh, the first bearish candle. How, a lot of information is missing. Where your stop loss was, where exactly your position was, where your take profit was. I mean, that information is missing here. So you need to input where your stop was. So you need to pinpoint exactly where you took your entry, exactly where your stop loss was, exactly where your take profit was. Because now you can see how it's taking time here, right? While we're looking at the live market. So all that information needs to be on the chart when we look at the charts. Better use of time. It's more efficient. Why you don't do a TV show like Samuel Leach, Laughing for Days at those newbies? Yeah, man. Samuel Leach, that show is pretty crazy. It's pretty entertaining. All right, so the 15-minute candle is closing bearish over here. And the 30-minute candle is also bearish over here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open a position keeping a stop above the previous candle. Actually, let's just wait where it closes. I'm going to wait for it closes. If it closes below this candle's open here, then I'm going to open a sell. But if it closes above that candle open, I'm going to wait. Is it possible to trade with zero fundamental knowledge and with only technical analysis? Yes, exactly. When I got profitable, I had zero fundamental knowledge. The only fundamental knowledge I get is from Forex Factory by reading this. That's it. That's all I know. That's all I know. Because to be honest, I'm not a very smart person, you know, and I don't understand the big terms. I don't understand the the intricate details of how economies move and how, you know, fundamental changes affect price. I don't understand those things. I just know the gist of it, and just from a macro level, like, you know, if there are like a lot of holidays, when you have Christmas holidays, people spend more money, which means more tax revenue, so it means it's better for the currency. That's all I go off of. Can I send it to Telegram? Ketos, I don't know what you're trying to do by sending a chart, but all you need to do is click this camera button right here. You click it, it will give you the link. You copy this link and you paste the link in the chat, and then I'm going to see the chart just like this. That's all you got to do. Yeah, I'm waiting for this 30-minute candle to close. I do think it's going to fill this wick over here, but I want this to close bearish. I wanted to take a sell on this 15-minute candle, but the probability wasn't there in my eyes, because this candle didn't close below the open of the previous candle. So I'm waiting for now this 30-minute candle to close. Because if this 30-minute candle can close bearish, then there's going to be a very high probability for price to continue down and even then below to 139.080. Because at that point, I don't think there's going to be any buying confirmations there. All right, what's this? Bearish candle close, got stopped out at the green bullish candle. This one here. Oh, okay. So now you got to see how you could have taken a better entry. But still, I don't mean to stress it on you, but you need to exactly say this you got stopped out over here. Your sell was, look where your 4 is, man. Look where this thing is. What is this? Bro, like, come on, man. It's so hard to read. The chart is really hard to read, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this 30-minute candle to close. How can I have access to the Zoom chat? You can't. It's a secret society. Ooh, gold did break up over here. Gold broke up with the 40 pip move. Almost like a 40, 50 pip move. When the 15-minute candle broke the previous low, is it a good idea to take sells? Yeah, I think it was, but I guess I'm missing this trade here then. I'm just waiting for the 30-minute to close. Hey, apart from Forex, where else do you invest? Property, land. Property, land, yeah. Those are the best areas to invest. All right, let's take a look at this chart. Oh, okay, what's going on over here? We have a lot of things happening over here. This is gold, 4-hour. Arrows going up, arrows going down, arrows going up, going down, going up. You need to put some labeling over here. I don't know what's going on over here. You need to put your thoughts in this chart. Looks good. That's the only thing I can say to this. Looks good. You need to put some thoughts. Guys, listen. So when you guys send charts, just understand the way how I explain charts, the way how I post charts. And if you send a chart like this to somebody, I don't know what's going on over here. Let's take a look at this GJ idea here. Oh man, this thing is. Ooh, wrong chart. Oh, no, wait, this is the right chart. So let's remove this. This is my chart. My bad. All right, GJ, I have some confirmations for further upside. By the way, congrats on the, thank you. I will be playing the patient game for the rest of today. Entry at QP and golden zone. Entry at the quarter pound and golden zone. I used to buy quarter pounds back in the day. Yeah, this looks good. So you're waiting for price to come down here and create some sort of support for it to continue moving up. Looks good, perfect. So I guess it's a waiting game right here. Now the 30-minute candle is 9 minutes left for it to close, and if it closes at this point, I'm going to be taking sells for price to continue down and then further down towards 139.080. What session would you recommend to trade a euro pair? Let's just think about that. Euro pairs are supposed to be traded in the euro sessions. They're supposed to be traded in the London and New York overlap, like right now. So these are good places to trade the euro pairs. And if you look at the euro right now, man, wow, this is just straight bullish, about to tap into 126. We created a support on the 15-minute. Looks like we're about to break above over here to continue moving up. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Ooh, what's this? Euro JPY, 15-minute support formed. Beautiful, good trade, very nice. Can you check this out? Just a concern. Minor resist seems like two rejections. Yes, so basically this is a rejection right over here. You're right, right? This is a rejection right over here. But the good thing about volume is that when we're moving into New York Open in about 40 minutes, you're expecting the volume in that session to break through those minor zones. Because here's the thing, right? Here's another thing. If we're looking on the 4-hour and if we're looking on the daily, the thing is we're rejecting a very strong resistance, right? We're rejecting a higher time frame resistance. And if price is rejecting a higher time frame resistance, there's a 80% chance it's going to break through the minor supports, right? It's like you have a very a heavy ball falling from the sky and it's falling on piece of cardboard, so piece of cardboard is very small, so it's going to break through that. That's what's happening right over here. So GJ is falling from a very strong resistance and there's a very high chance it's going to break the minor supports right here. So that's what my basis is. I took 2 losses today. All right, let's take a look here. So you basically traded in the range and you paid the price. Took sells when this candle did a break below on the 15-minute. Again, 15-minute is a weak confirmation time frame. Closed full when candle went up to half the lot size there, and you took another sell over here, and then you got stopped out. So see how these arrows are pointing exactly to where the candles are. So it's really easy for me to read. Took an impulse entry when it broke the low, went down a bit, started to go up. Yeah, I guess you were looking at the 15-minute, and at the same time, it's a weak confirmation on the 15-minute. So maybe you should have waited for the 30-minute confirmations.
Look at gold.
Damn. God damn. Holy man. Wow. 180 pip move down. Difficult to trade gold, man. What happened here? Nothing. That's just crazy.
It just shot up another 60 pips.
Yeah, wow, this was a 1-minute candle here. 1 minute, 100 pip candle. Jesus. Wow. Gold is a pair that slaps nonsense into you really quick. Because you're like happy, you're like, we're going to go up, and boom, comes down. And I can bet, man, this move down, if you have a stop, it's slipping your stop loss 100%. All right, the 30-minute candle is closing bearish over here. The 15-minute candle is also closing bearish. I think we rejected the higher time frame resistance, so we should be breaking below these minor supports and coming down towards, let's see, let's measure this range here. This is 7-8 pips. A total 20 pip move. All right. 4 minutes left for it to close. Did you get my dono? Your dono.
Raja, where would be your stop loss?
It's going to be above the 15-minute candle right over here.
Okay.
Could you give me your opinion on my Euro AUD analysis? All right, let's take a look here. Euro AUD, looking for sells at break of minor support. Why you got the Halloween font on? I think this is the Halloween font, right? Below this area, yeah, looks good. I think you'll need to wait for some sort of a support creating below this level for price to continue down. This is what, 15-minute time frame? Yeah, you need to look at the 30-minute more. Take a look at the 30-minute, you might see something more important. Ooh, wow. Looks like we're coming up here, down here with no confirmations. Some people are in these cells and I'm in no trades right now. The UK has fallen into recession. The pound will be impacted. Oh wow, okay. Well, not to worry, man. I'm going to London next month, so we're going to try to get it out of recession. We're going to try to spend £100 to get it out of recession. Candle must break and close above this resistance to further confirmation for buys. Yep, looks good. It needs to, if this closes bullish on the weekly, I think the next weekly candles are going to continue on towards 141. Missed the trade. Ideal entry would have been the break of the bottom wick of the previous 15-minute candle. Yeah, I agree. This would have been the ideal entry right over here. Having a, like, 4 pip stop and continuation down towards 139.200. That would have been a good trade. Let's take a look at this chart here. This chart is gold 30-minute. If we see, what's this? If we see a potential breakout on the 30-minute, it could go towards 1959. Yeah, looks good. I think what you need to do is maybe refresh your chart. Maybe remove every line and do a refresh so that you can see the chart fresh. That's something what I do. Like if you guys think I'm a retard, and if you guys think like I have some qualities, I'll tell you what my good quality is. My good quality is that whenever I'm going to come to the chart, I'm going to remove everything. I'm going to remove everything from the chart and I'm going to do fresh analysis. I'm never going to come to the chart with analysis drawn from the previous day or the day before that. I just do fresh analysis. I think that helps me better. I think that helps me read things better too. Because when you have analysis plotted from like a week ago, then you're looking at every level as something important. But when you have fresh chart, it's like having a fresh set of eyes, right? So it's important that way. Do you trade on your phone? Nope. I use this. Magic keys. Boom. Magic keys. Why don't you wait when this level is broken to form resistance for this sells? Yeah, you know what? Now I'm gonna wait. Because it tapped into a consolidation area, so now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for some sort of a minor resistance or something like that to take a sell down, or yeah, I'm gonna wait now. Because I was expecting price to close somewhere over here, so I can take a sell for price to come down and eventually break this area. But it went further down here, so now the only thing I can do is just wait to see if we form a minor resistance or something. You said earlier that you weren't looking to take those sells because the range was too small. What changed your mind to ideally take the sells? What changed my mind was because I was looking at the overall move and I was expecting that, if we're respecting this resistance, the higher time frame resistance, then the volume from the NY Open should break below this area to continue moving down. So that was the entire anticipation. But now since this 30-minute candle closed at this support, now I can't take a sell because support's right there. So we're gonna wait for some sort of a resistance to be formed to take a sell to come down and break this level at NY Open and continue down towards 139.080. Looks like it's a waiting day today. Let's look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY didn't break above. Gold closed back in that range. Back in that range. Did you get a donation? Yes, I did get your donation. And no, actually YouTube gets that donation. And then YouTube sends those donations to a non-profit organization somewhere. Are you trying to close before CPI or is it irrelevant? It's irrelevant because that's USD news. It may affect the yen a little bit, but yen is closed. It may like spike GJ here and there, but not a lot. I don't think it's going to have a big impact. It's been an hour since the stream started, and I haven't taken a single trade so far. Nothing. Do you monetize your YouTube account? Yes. YouTube pays me around $2,700 a month now. After actually 3 years of me posting on YouTube. Oh, it looks like we're breaking down over here. We're breaking below this console. Oh, wow, man. Totally missed this move. 100% missed this entire move. But hey, you know what? I'm happy because the analysis was spot on. Once we broke below this area and we understood that this is the higher time frame resistance, we're rejecting that. We should be breaking below the minor supports to continue down, and yeah, it is what it is, you know.
I took entry at 314, so secured my 50% now.
Oh, वाह भाई अकेले अकेले हैं.
राजा भाई आप सिग्नल दे देते हैं ना.
All right, let's take a look at GU over here. Some people, oh wow, GU is also falling down. Is the Chinese indicator saying we're coming down? Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here. Chinese indicator is saying yen is, oh, pound is weak and yen is weak. Crazy. But the pound is weak and the yen is close, you know, so it doesn't really matter. So it means the pound is weak overall. Pound is weak and the dollar is kind of strong, so GU is falling down. Let's take a look on the daily here. Daily is breaking below this area, but at the same time, pound USD is approaching a support on the higher time frame on the 4 hour. We have a support down here at 1.29800, and it's breaking below this area of support there as well. You have put in, oh, okay, they're talking about magic keys. Wix don't lie, you are terrible. Thank you. GJ will make support and will fly again. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this candle closes, this 30-minute candle here. You know, because if this candle closes above the support 139.200, then I think then we'll see what happens. I mean, depends on how it closes, you know, because then it may continue moving up. But it closes below this area, then it may continue moving down. I'm just speaking out loud, you know, I'm thinking out loud about the things I might do to GJ or the way it moves. That came out super wrong, but you get the idea. Yeah, we'll wait. Can you copy?
Sounded a little bit sexual, that did, rakeel.
Yeah, I know.
I know you love trading, but that's a little too much.
Yeah, might be careful now. You know, GJ might file a suit against me or something. All right. Double top on GJ. Oh, not sure. Is the stream 10-second delay? Yes. More like 15-second delay. There's a big delay on the stream. That's why we're in the gulag. People in the gulag have a delay on the stream. It's very normal. All right, let's take a look at this AU analysis. Someone sent AU analysis here. This is copy and paste. All right, bearish trend. What? Okay, bearish trend, resistance form, bearish close. I'm not sure. Is that a wick? That is a wick. So you are correct. That's a wick. 30-minute time frame, candles coming down. Yeah, I think you're good. I think you should also be looking at the 15-minute candles to see if the 15-minute candles close bullish, then you may want to, like, you know, close like a portion of your position or whatever, just to keep the stop safe. And GJ is rejecting 139,200. All right. Beautiful rejection here. Now I know I said that price may continue moving down, but hey, listen, price is very variable. If we close above this area, and if the next 30-minute candle breaks the high of this 30-minute candle here, I think it's going to be a good opportunity for price to continue going back up. So you know how price can go up and down, up and down, up and down. So we're just kind of waiting over here now. Let's take a look at this chart. This is GJ, massive rejection. We had a massive rejection and the 1 hour candle closed bearish, and you took a sell. Your stop is right there. Oh, nice. Okay, you're running in profits here. So I guess you held the trade once this candle was bullish. This also makes me think that you were comfortable with your risk as well. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is Euro New Zealand. Oh, I remember we looked at Euro New Zealand here. Entered on the break of this candle when it broke the previous high, and awesome trade. Please tell Uncle Ted to take off the hat. That is not Uncle Ted. That is Sacha. It says right there, his name, Sacha. That's not Uncle Ted.
Man, I wish it would be Uncle Ted. Actually, I dreamed about that.
He's 6'4". Do you wish you were 6'4"?
Not even close.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty tall, dude. Do you have a second screen with MT4? I have a little laptop here on the side with MT4. Oh, Ted looks short. No, man, we're pretty tall people. He's 6'4". I'm 6'1". Daniel Savage is 6'7". I don't know how he fits in that Lambo, but he's 6'7".
All right. I'm like 5'10", 5'11"-ish. You're a giant. I don't know what they fed you in Pakistan because you're huge.
Right, yeah. If he's 6'10", then I might be maybe 7.
Oh, yeah. You're pretty tall, too. Yeah, it's those Pakistani mangoes, I'm telling you guys. It's those mangoes.
The Punjabi warriors.
Yeah. Punjabi warriors.
Yeah, I'm 6'2", so yeah.
All right, this is GU selling below over. I think now, since this has fallen a lot, this bearish candle, the best thing for you to do would be to wait for a minor resistance to be formed. If you can get a resistance to be formed, I think you can get a better trade, because price is just coming down, and price will not always move in one way. It moves in waves. So this is the first wave coming down, bearish. You don't want to take a sell when price is already falling down, because who knows, it might do a retracement like this on GJ. I know some people are out there. You took sells right over here at the bottom, and now you're in a drawdown. That's why you just wait. You wait for candle to close. Candlestick doctor rolling up the backwood. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, right there. Oh, yeah, I see you.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube?
Follow my page. I'll show y'all how to roll a joint.
Man, this is the life of traders over here, man.
Oh my God, that 30-minute candle on gold. There go. Here comes all the blown accounts.
Yeah.
Are we gonna wick fill it to the top, or are we gonna wick fill it to the bottom?
And gold is saying, got him. Like literally went up and came all the way back down.
Bro, oh my God.
So difficult to trade gold. I mean, if you're trading gold, you should be in and out within minutes.
What? Yeah, right. 80 pip move in 1 minute. You should be on your phone with closed profit with your finger 1 centimeter away from touching it.
Yeah. Hey, Raja, why did you not enter sells in the 6:30 15-minute candle? All right, let's take a look at that. 6:30 15, right over here, because the 30-minute candle closed like this. So the 30-minute candle closed like a weak bullish candle. The 15-minute candle obviously closed below, but the 30-minute candle closed like a weak bullish candle. So I wasn't trying to get in that trade at all. And at the same time, I was looking for buys for price to go up because, we made a high. So the rule of thumb is to wait for support to be formed for price to go up. But then, things happen. We start looking for sells and this and that. So, it is what it is. But I didn't really see a sell over there. Man, even though I'm trading one lots, I'm still very, very disciplined. You have to be. I think for you to be disciplined, you need to be able to miss some trades. If you can really legitimately sit back and just watch trades play out, if you can miss trades and knowing this is going to work and you miss it and you watch it happen, I think your discipline is going to go up a little bit, But once you see like, okay, price coming down and you want to enter a sell over here or enter a sell over here and not be disciplined, you're staying at the same spot you were when 2020 started, when 2019 started, when 2018 started. Because remember, every time a new year starts, people tell themselves, okay, you know what? This year I'm going to be disciplined. After a day, man, all that New Year resolution shit goes in the trash. You go back to your same old habits. And the winners, man, their habits, they keep on increasing. Look at Daniel Savage. Look at him. His habits are increasing. Candlestick Doctor, he's awake now every morning. Habits changing. You gotta really change your habits, man. And it doesn't take 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. No, it takes months of having the same habits for you to really understand that. Okay, like what, these habits are now ingrained in my head now, and man, you start to enjoy it. I really enjoy trading now, even because I don't overtrade. I don't overtrade anymore. I don't over risk anymore. I really enjoy it. And the reason why I enjoy it, because I know by December, I want to close in on a, so we're trying to get like a multifamily complex. It's like 2.4 million with 8 units in it. And I'm excited that by December, I'm going to be able to purchase that. I'm not excited I'm going to get that next month. No, December. So I know I need to be disciplined now for the next 4 or 5 months for me to be able to do that by December. Like if you want a good car, man, you should be excited by next year you're going to get that car if you're disciplined today.
Yeah, man, discipline is everything, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, tell me more.
Well, all right. Anyways. All right, so you
He stopped halfway, man. He's like, let me tell you. Then what?
Because like psychologically speaking, it takes 21 days to form a habit and it takes 90 days to create a lifestyle. So if you could really discipline yourself for 90 days, 21 days on that habit for 90 days to create your lifestyle, man, it's a lifestyle at that point. So you're okay. You should be fine. It'll be like textbook. It'll be like fact. It'll be like somebody drew on a white piece of paper with a black marker and you say it's black and not white. You know what I mean? But some people don't want to do that. People don't want to put 3 months of hard work into discipline, And that's just psychology right there.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it's like, I forgot what I was going to say.
It is what it is. Whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I just missed some of the conversation. I went to the kitchen. So which car you are planning to buy?
None. No car.
You were saying something about the car when I came back.
Oh yeah, if someone was planning to buy a car, that's what we were
Oh,
talking about. Hey, I'm learning from Baby Pips. Should I revise all of them? Yes. Baby Pips is awesome. I started from Baby Pips. Man, this price is coming down and I'm not in a trade, and because I didn't see any confirmations for myself to take the trade. And I guess I'm just gonna sit back and watch it just move now. No FOMO. What lot size do you recommend on $200 account? 0.02, 0.01. It's pretty good. 0.02, 0.01. Let's see here. I got 12 minutes left for this candle to close, so I guess a lot of waiting over here now. We got 12 minutes for NY open here as well, and gold looks like it's breaking down now. Broke up and now it's breaking down. So who knows where it's gonna do now. On 1 hour we have clean traffic to the left. Yeah, just waiting right now. I think it was also a good, could have been a good trade on the 1 hour too as it broke the low here. But you can see how once the candle closed bullish, it didn't really had a range for the next candle to go up. From 1000 USD to 670 USD right now, what is the best thing that I can do to recover it? Stop thinking about recovery. You know, the worst thing is when people lose trades, when you lose amounts, you shouldn't be looking to how can I recover that amount. When you start thinking about recovery, when you go in that recovery mode, that's when you start getting like, getting like a lot of pressure. Because when you're like, okay, man, you know what, I'm down $400, I want to make that $400 back. Now you're under pressure to make those $400 back. And you can never do things right under pressure. When you've lost that money, accept the fact that you've lost the money. Now you got to look at the next trade. You got to look at the next trade now, how you can be profitable in the next trade and then the next trade. You know, leave that thing behind. You've lost money, whatever, it's done. It's over. Now the next trade is a new trade, next day is a new day. Bonjour everybody, I was in the trade on GJ, but I left on my TP. Next time, no matter, you may see this please. Dow Jones, thanks. Man, you talked about GJ and Dow Jones and in one sentence over there. Oh, what's this? US 30 ranging, looking for a sell below here. Is Dow Jones the same thing as US 30?
The dirty 30.
The dirty 30. Damn, 4.4 million property. No, I said 2.4, not 4. Man, that's why you're in the gulag. People don't listen right. People don't read right.
Wait, how many units is that?
8.
8 units?
Yeah, 8 units.
How many bedrooms each one?
Two of them, no, 3 of them have 2 bedrooms, and the rest are just like 1 bedrooms. One bedrooms. So one bedroom gives a rent of like around 1,400. 2 bedroom gives around like 1,800 to 2,000.
In which area, if you don't mind me asking?
It's by Barrie. There's a town called Barrie in Ontario. It's over there.
You know what you should look into? Tampa. Because I was looking also in the same thing because they have, dude, I'm talking about 17 units, 10 3.2s, and 7 2.2s, 2.2 mil.
Oh.
Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa, Florida. And the thing is, like, those units they're never vacant. They're always occupied. Houses, you can get a vacant house for about a month, 2 months, but like small units, they're always occupied. So yeah, let's see if that deal falls through. to really get that and have like a nice mortgage payment on that, need around 600,000 liquid. So if that happens by December, it's going to be blessed. If not, then might look into February or March.
Yeah, well, you let me know when you get it, so I go over there and pop a whole bunch of bottles of Dom Perignon all over the place, make a big mess.
Yeah, gonna get the collections agency on you. What's this? GJ, not keen on sells. I need to see a low first. Yep, same here. I need to see a low first. Would you say a price is creating a low? The price is going to create a low if you see a bullish candle forming. Then a low is going to be created. Price can come back in this range from resistance. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm waiting for GJ to happen. You see now, came down and now it's popping back up. That's why some people took sells here again and it popped back up here. So it's really important to wait for the candle to close. You gotta wait for the candle to close. GJ sells. So let's take a look at this chart over here. I've taken no trades so far. Nothing. No trade so far. Oh, this is GU. Support broke, waiting for 30-minute candle to close and then take shorts. I think for GU, to take shorts in GU, you want to see some sort of like a minor resistance being formed and then take a sell. Any update on Instagram story regarding FTMO? FX Mobber, I'm gonna ban you here, so good luck. Dunzo. We don't talk about gossip here, man. We talk about trading. GA buys. I think you need to send a chart for GA buys so we can take a look at that. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to open up the Gulag music here for Zoom because so you guys tell me if it's too loud or what, because last time I did, I got roasted in the Zoom chat. Yeah, I'm not sure if the music is too loud or not, but I think
It's perfect.
oh, no music. Okay.
Damn, Charlene. Attitude.
Gotta be careful, man. She's gonna arrest you in Miami. He's a cop. He said, get over here. Put your hands behind your back. Taking you to the real gulag.
I'd be excited to go there with you.
Waiting for a current candle to close under minor support to look for sells during NY open volume. This is GJ, target to minor. Yeah, I think if we do close below here, I think it's going to be a good opportunity to take the sell. So I'm just waiting here now for this candle to close. But I'd want to see some sort of a minor resistance forming for price to go down. That's what I want. Because if it does come down, it may even come down, you're right, it may even come down towards 139 even. Rejections on fib levels and zones, waiting for buy confirmations. Okay. This makes sense. Let's take a look at US 30 here. US 30 is ranging. So from what I've learned on US 30 by looking at Ted and Kervin and all these guys trade US 30 is that most of the move happens on US 30 around NYC open. That's when most of the moves happen on US 30. I think if this is going to continue moving up, it should continue moving up towards, 28,050. That's going to be in the area where it may come up to right over here. If there's more juice, and juice means if the CPI news comes out super good, it may even come up towards, 28,120, right up over here. So we got CPI coming in for the USD pairs, where is it? Right over here. And they're expecting really, really bad numbers. Look at this. Where is it? Actually, right down over here. They are, where is it? Oh, right here. They're expecting 0.3 from 0.6. So we can see what happens here. Overall high time frame, you don't think GJ is bullish? Yep, GJ is bullish. Overall high time frame is bullish, but we can only do what the price tells us to do, right? If the overall time frame on the daily is bullish And if the 30-minute is giving us confirmations to go down, then obviously I'm going to try to look to take trades to go down. Should I, as a new trader, do overall GJ analysis at the end of the day, analysis of what happened during the day? Yes, yes. I think this is a very good statement to make, candlestick Dr. Curtis. Oh no, director. This is someone else, director. This is a really good. So now, while you're analyzing price right now, you might see things differently, right? And sometimes you may miss the move. Sometimes you take the wrong trade and whatnot. But after you're done from the charts, it's a really, really good idea to look at the charts after the session to see how you could have performed better. That's how you get better every day. You know, it's like when you have someone who plays sports, you know, someone who boxes or someone who's in a sport, and like a competitive sport, right? Whenever you're playing a competitive sport, you're always looking at the way you played. You know, when you go to bed, you're always thinking about the moves you made that day, what you did, how you could have done things better. You're always thinking like that. When you're trading, I think 70% people don't do that. 70% people take losses, and they just take losses just for the fuck of it. Just take losses just to take a loss. You know, if you're not taking losses and you're going to bed thinking about how you could have taken a winning trade, or how you could have, like, you know, maybe not taken that loss, I think you're going to get better that way. You know, but most people don't look at things that way. So you should start by looking at things that way.
Yeah, that's why journal's important, honestly.
Yeah, that's why like I do the highlights, you know. After every session, you know, I go to the gym, I come back and then do highlights. I look at my performance during the day, and I see some mistakes I made, and I see how I could have made, like if I had winning trades, I see how I could have had a better winning trade, how I could have had a better entry, and I make note of that, and then I move on to the next day. Because believe it or not, man, believe it or not, every trade that I take, that same setup is going to happen, if not tomorrow, next week or next month. It's going to happen. And then I'm going to be ready to take a better entry at that setup. So it's really important for you to go over your performance here. Can you look at 15 minutes on GJ? Yes. 15 minutes on GJ. Just waiting a few seconds here for this candle to close. If bullish break of the... What? If bullish and break of bullish, do you think you'll go? Derek, I think you need to reread your statement 3 times. Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. If bullish break the bullish, you think it'll go. If the 15-minute breaks the bullish here, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute here. Since this is consolidating and it's like kind of sketchy here, I just don't feel comfortable here at all. I want to wait to see a bullish candle forming here or something, and then I'm going to decide. But at this stage, I'm not taking any trades at all. Hey, check my chart. I have a few questions. Well, it should be few questions. Let's take a look here. This was consolidation area. Worried about this. We already talked about this. Would you have bias? Would you have bias since the high time frame should bullish trend? No. Still backtesting GJ. You're looking at the 15-minute chart. At this point, it was ranging. This was a no trade zone for me. Yeah, I think you can only ask one question because we're in a live stream here. This is not a mentorship. This is a live stream. One question per person. Can you check my markup? All right, let's take a look at this. This is GJ 15-minute. I think if you had numbering, it would have been much better. When price retested support, closed bullish, closed 50%. Oh, you sold over here. Took a super aggressive entry. It was a super aggressive entry, man. So you got stopped out over here. Again, I think you shouldn't take super aggressive entries. I mean, I didn't even take a trade this morning. No trade. I didn't take any trade because there was no confirmations, not even super aggressive entries, because there was literally no trade for me to take. Nothing. So it's a good thing that you closed 50% and you managed your risk. So that's pretty good. Nice job over there. I do like your zones. Zones are plotted nice over here, over here. I think this is overthinking over here. When you draw zones on a 30-minute, And when you go down to the 15-minute to draw zones, now you're falling in that overthinking um, domain over there. So you gotta stop overthinking. Would you consider putting buy stop, sell stop for UJ for the news in 30 minutes? Buy stop, sell stops for UJ? Let's take a look. Let's take a look here in UJ. UJ is trending bullish. Now, I'm not sure whether it's pricing in the news to go down or what's going on right now, but it's trending really bullish. 4 hours also approaching a resistance at 107,200. We're at 106,970 right now. Looking at the 1 hour created a support to continue bullish over here. So it needs to do a little retracement to continue moving up, but we got news coming in like around 28 minutes. Let's just redraw the zones here on GJ since price has changed a little bit. So we got this support area where prices came into. We also have this area down over here, this consolidation area where price may come into. So just like kind of waiting right now. Waiting to see if we form a support here to continue moving up. Now this is what I was waiting for, right? Price has come all the way down. Oh, resume sharing. Price has come all the way down towards this support. Candle closed like this. Now I want this. If this candle can close bearish, then I can take a safe sell coming down and ultimately coming further down. But if we close bullish, then the support has been formed for potentially for price to continue going up. So man, there's been a lot of waiting here so far for me personally. What do you think the news will be, bad or good for the USD? We don't know. We don't know. They're expecting bad news, but Trump says we're doing great, so I don't know what's going on. It's Trump's word against the news. So we're gonna see who wins. CPI should be good. Everyone is spending stimulus money and unemployment money. That's true. That is true. Man, a lot of people I know who have never had $2,000 in their bank account, and they have like 4,000 or 5,000 sitting there right now because of stimulus money. I know guys who waited for the bars to open and they started doing like bottles at the bars with that stimulus money. Government is going to take that money back. Trust me. Next year, government plays the long game. The government plays the long game. They never give shit for free, man. The government is like the mob. You know, it's like the mafia. They give you protection. Oh, you have no job? Let us give you protection. And once that protection period is over, all right, we want our fee back. We want that money back. It's going to happen. You know, and a lot of people are going to say, oh man, what the hell happened? And if you think you're not going to pay it back, when you file for your taxes, from your tax returns, it's going to come out from your tax returns. You know, what I did was, now since my corporation, Market Fluidity is a corporation and I'm the instructor, since this pandemic happened, I had to do boot camps. You know, I had to do boot camps in 6 countries and they all got canceled. And me as an instructor, I was making no money because, you know, my job got canceled. You know, corporation said, hey man, we ain't got no work for you. And I'm like, okay. So I had to apply for, I actually applied for the stimulus money. But you know what I did? Yeah, man, it's smart. I mean, on paper, I had no job. So basically, I put that money in an account. That money is sitting in the account. In the event that in next year, when they do want that back, I'm going to be like, okay, here you go. Here's all that money back. No problem at all. You know, I didn't spend that money. It's safe sitting in an account. So, you know, you think the government can scam you, you can try to scam them back the legal way. just like waiting here for these candles here. Just did a fresh analysis on the charts, and now I can see things a little bit clearly now. Let's take a look at the 15 minute. 15 minute is going to be also pretty good. If this closes bearish, I think we can continue moving down. Excuse me. Do you think if close red to enter sell? Yeah, I believe so. The SERB has helped a lot of Canadians. Yeah, it has helped a lot of Canadians. EJ breakout 125, 850. US 30 is still ranging. UJ is still chilling over here. GP CAD moving really nice. Yeah, I'm not looking at GP CAD, so I'm not sure. Let's take a look here. Let's see where it could be moving. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator. Okay, so GP CAD should be moving bearish because Chinese indicator says it should be moving bearish. Let's take a look at that. GBP CAD. Oh, it is moving bearish. Beautiful. Chinese indicator works. How far? Oh, it gave no confirmations for sells there either. I guess there was this 115-minute candle that broke below here and then could have moved down. Let's take a look on the 4-hour here. 4-hour, we are approaching a support down at this point. Would you still enter a position with news 20 minutes away on GJ? Yeah, I will. You know, if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, then I'm going to enter a sell for price to continue down towards 139, 050, or even down till here. But needs to close bearish here. What's going on lately in the Asian session? Same thing that happens every day. You know, most days it ranges and some days it trends. Stop above this level. Blue line is 78.6 fib. I'm going to put a sell limit on this level. All right, perfect. Sell limit should work. How much do you think CPI will affect the USD? It will affect it a lot. And more importantly, GBP, I don't think it's going to affect GBP a lot. Thanks for keeping up with the consistency to come here every day. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed these live streams. I literally enjoy entertaining people. I think this is great entertainment. You know, at the same time, as much of a learning experience this is, it's at the same time, it's pretty good entertainment. Just by looking at the time, it's 8 a.m. right now. I got like almost 50 minutes left till my trading day. And if I don't get a confirmation here, I guess this is going to be a no trade Wednesday here for me. I'm on the charts for about 10 hours at least a day, and I take every trade I see. Do you think I shouldn't stay on the charts that long so I don't overtrade? Well, it's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. If you spend 10 hours on the charts and you try to take any trade you take, I don't know if that's a troll comment or that's a real comment. I don't know what's going on over there. It's just too good to be true. That comment is just too good to be true. But at the same time, you know, I was in that same boat. I mean, I used to be on the charts for like 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and someone would ask me, "Hey, Raja, what are you doing?" And I would say, "No, don't bother me, man. I'm working. I'm working here. I'm trying to make money over here." But I wasn't making money. I was just losing money. You know, the more I learned, the more I lost. And it didn't really make sense to me. I was like, man, why? I'm working more. I'm learning more. Why am I losing more and more the more I learn? And then I found out that, hey, like, you know what? Actually, I did what people around me who were successful did. You know, I looked at Ted. Ted was my mentor. And obviously, you know, he was my mentor. I wanted to be like Ted. I'm like, okay, perfect, Mr. Mentor. What are you doing? And I noticed that he was only trading in the morning. He was trading the New York session, and he was only trading gold at that point. You know, and he was making money. And I was trading gold at the same time at that time. And then I was still staying on the charts. I was looking at NYC Open, and I was trying to trade the London close. I was trying to trade the New York close, then the Asian Open. I was trying to trade the Asian close, which was just, I don't know why I was doing that. I was trying to trade the pre-London, The London Open, it was just stupid, and then Ted would say, oh man, like I only take 1-2 trades a day. What are you guys doing? Are you guys retards? And at that point, I didn't really understand that concept. Unless I said, okay, you know what? For the next 2 months, I'm going to do exactly what he does. And man, that plan was for the next 2 months. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I saw a huge difference. In 3 weeks, I understood how, so we were trading USD/JPY at that time. I understood that, okay, how USD/JPY moves in that small time frame. And that completely changed everything. Everything was changed. Just 1 to 2 trades a day, focused on 3 hours a day. And that's because, man, trust me, we have around 3,100 people here in the YouTube. We have around 200, 270 in Zoom. We all come to trading to have independence of time, and if we're coming through a chart for 3 hours a day, we have the entire rest of the day to do whatever the fuck you want, but when you're on the charts for 10 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours, there's no independence of time. Nothing. You're a slave to the charts. There's no independence of time. All that thing goes out the window. Oh yeah, I can do whatever I want. No, man. You're in the grocery store, you're looking at the charts. At the gym, you're looking at the charts. You're on a date, you go to the washroom to look at the charts. I mean, it doesn't work. It's so dumb. It's very counterintuitive because, when you start a new job, you're supposed to work hard. You're supposed to get in more hours so that, you can get a pay raise, or your manager can say, hey, good job. But in trading, it's the opposite. The less time you spend on the charts, the better you get. You have to try it, man. Try it for a month. You're going to see a difference. I mean, people have been here in the live stream for about, some people are in here for about a year. Some people have been with us for about 2 years now. And you guys have seen differences. Did you actually go to the washroom during a day to check charts? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I used to do that all the time. We used to go, like, what's a good way to say pop bottles? We used to go to the club, right, on like Wednesdays. We used to go to Monday. When I really started to get consistent, we were going out on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays for 3 months straight. We did that for 4 days night, 3 months straight. And some days, on Wednesday nights, we'd be on the charts at like 1 a.m. We'd be looking for, oh man, look, pre-London. We'd be looking at the charts waiting for pre-London. And yeah, it was just horrible, it was horrible. Hey, do you think sells can be good if this 15-minute candle closes the way it is? Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Yeah, they can be good. They can be good, but the only thing that's keeping me away from these sells is the volatility that may come in 15 minutes with the CPI news. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for the news. Because there's a little bit of doubt in my mind. I want to take these sells if there was no news at 8:30, because the USD news can like spike GJ here and there. If there was no news, I would have gotten in the sells, but that news is giving me a little bit of doubt. So that doubt is keeping me away. I don't want to risk my money on doubt. I want to be certain. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Ooh, what's this? Oh, gulag. We should send these hats to 3,100 people in the gulag here. It's the gulag hats. So yeah, if there was no news, I'd be in these sells, keeping a stop at around 10 pips and aiming for all the way down over here, and then eventually coming all the way down towards 138.950. But there's news. Should I keep holding UJ buys? Depends where your entry is, depend how much you're up and stuff like that. Let's take a look at gold here. Gold is still ranging. Gold is still ranging. Gold has not moved at all. This CPI is going to be interesting. Man, if this scenario was on the 30-minute, if this was on the 30-minute, I don't care if there was news or what was there, I would have been in these cells 110%. If this was on the 30-minute, it's on the 15-minute. 15-minute is weak confirmation time frame. There's news in 12 minutes, so I'm just like kind of like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. So I'm staying out. What do you think of delete stop loss until news? Good thing you're in the gulag, man, if you want to delete the stop loss before the news. Why do you want to delete the stop loss during the news? Do you think you've hesitated on taking any positions today? No, not really. I didn't see any confirmations. There was no confirmations for me to take a trade. Like yesterday there were a lot of confirmations. So if we talk about yesterday, let's talk about yesterday here a little bit. Yesterday I took a buy right over here when this candle closed bullish with the anticipation for price to fill this range and eventually continue up towards 139.200. I took that buy. Confirmations were there with an uptrend, created support, candle closed bullish, and boom, it worked out. Over here, not so much. It's a lot of waiting over here today. My dad is watching me right now, Raja, on YouTube. Please don't call me out again for any dumb questions. All right, perfect. I've been recently taking... Got him! I've recently been taking 3 to 5 trades a day. That's not good. But sometimes less if I'm intraday trading. Yeah, I think 1 to 2 trades is... 2 trades is the sweet spot. 3 trades, okay. Once you move into the 4th trade, then difficult things start to happen. You know, and as we're talking about the 15-minute being a weak confirmation time frame, we can see it's kind of like coming up over here. So it's getting pretty difficult here to trade. So gotta wait for this 30-minute to close, even though it's at support. Gotta wait for this to close.
Raja,
Hey.
if you see the bottom wicks of both current candles, so isn't it a double bottom?
Yeah, but this candle is still open. It hasn't closed yet. Double bottoms are not like this. Double bottoms are like this is a double top right here.
Okay.
Yeah, so if this price goes up, then you can say, okay, it's made a bottom over here and there's another bottom over here, so double bottom. I only target 500 pips per week. Oh, nice. 2 trades a day keeps the stress away. That's 100%. 1 to 2 trades a day keeps the stress away. That's been my motto for the last 2 years since we've been on the live streams here.
I thought you were gonna say keeps you away from the doctor as well.
Yeah, keeps you from the doctor too because less stress. If you are profitable taking 10 plus trades a day, there's no reason you can't. Well, if you show me someone who does that for consistently for 4 months, I'll agree with that statement. But can you show us how you track your news and what news you should watch out for? Well, first you go to forexfactory.com and then you look at the red folder news. You look at the time. The time is at 8:30. You look at the time right now. It's 8:20. So news is about to come in 10 minutes. They're expecting bad news, so we're going to see what happens. Looks like GJ is rejecting that area with the candle closing bullish. And if we do close bullish here, I may be looking to take buys for price to continue moving bullish. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good idea. If that happens, man, we waited for that to happen for 2 hours. God damn, so much waiting around. waiting for buys over here. Yeah, looks good, looks good, looks good. We're waiting for the price to, like, close bullish, and then we'll see what we can do. How do you know if news in Forex Factory will affect price negatively or positively? Well, if we read, it says right here, their forecast is negative, and we don't know what the outcome is. So we are unsure. You're missing another buy. No, I'm not. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the buy. Trust me, I've made more than I could spend. And it's only because I waited for the candle to close. It's only because I'm being patient. I take 1 or 2 trades a day. And most importantly, it's only because I don't listen to other people. I don't listen to other analysis. I just do what I think is best for me. And what's best for me is to focus on 1 or 2 trades, and things are going to be okay.
Unless it's Ted giving advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Yeah. Sometimes he's wrong too,
Exactly.
You
Oh, yeah,
could
he's
see,
wrong all the time.
you could see the time when we do analysis, when we're 100% sure and it goes the opposite way, and the hate we get sometimes. Why are people worried if you place trades or miss trade when it's your own account? Yeah, exactly. Hey, Raja, do you think it's doing what it did before a pullback on the 15-minute, then to push down with no retest? I don't know. We got almost 6 minutes left for this candle to close, so I guess we'll have to wait for 6 minutes here.
I think people think this is like a sporting match, that like the trade is a goal, and if we don't trade, you don't score a goal, so people like are staying home getting frustrated.
There's nothing happening today.
Why aren't you scoring?
No fireworks today.
I can't believe gold is going to correct this entire move all the way up. God. This is absolutely ludicrous.
That's gonna be a ride, man.
It's going to correct that whole move up. I don't think it'll do it in one day, but then yesterday I said we wouldn't get to 1900 in one day, and we did. And we did. I was just like, I looked at it last night, like 1907, like holy cow.
Yeah, there was that one spike down to 1901 right here before
Yeah.
the Asian session. And then I was like, all right, we're done. And then boom, 1863.
Yeah, I scalped it all the way down. That's scary though. Like it was moving like 20 and 30 pips in like a 5-minute candle, and I lowered my lot size like just because of that.
Yeah, man, it's very violent. With my
It
normal
was-
lot size, there's no way.
I still did 30,000 like overnight, like over the Asian session. I did 30,000 just with 25 lot trades
25.
because it was too much. Like I did a couple of 50s, and then it was like, no, this is not fun. Because you're in you get like a 4K instant drawdown because the spread and everything.
Let's see here.
Yeah, the problem with that is the stop loss must be really wide.
Yeah, I
Trading
mean,
gold.
I was just trading the trend. So off the 5-minute candles, I knew that we would keep breaking down. And what I was doing was I was opening on the beginning of like the new 15-minute. So when we wicked up, I'd be taking entries there and then have it wick down. But I didn't know how far it would wick down because every spot around 1800, or 1900, all the way to 1875, 78. It looked like there was a support, so I was like grabbing 5 to 10 at a time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, basically the same as you trade US 30.
Yeah, like literally I was just off the 5 and 15-minute charts. I wasn't even looking at anything higher because I mean, technically speaking, my entries, I had entries at like, was it 1922 I started, and I got all the way to 1877.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not really. It was a little scary, and plus it's Asian session, so I was like, oh man, I'm just getting hit every day.
Yeah, that's the problem. Asian sections is a mess.
Like spreads like 5 pips. I'm like, holy cow.
Hi, Ted.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm well.
Okay. I was just wondering, how much does your course cost?
My course costs nothing.
Nothing, really?
Really?
I was saying like it's too expensive.
Well, yeah, that's if you try and buy it. But if
Yeah,
you just show up here, it's free.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
But what's the price if someone buys that?
Your firstborn?
I said, what's the price if someone buys that?
Yeah, your firstborn. You're either your son or your daughter.
Damn, Ted. Come on.
You're gonna kill me, man.
No, I don't do any mentorship anymore. It's I have my groups, we work, but mainly the focus is here in the mornings because this is the majority of what people need to know. I think we've exhausted the ability to understand trading. I think now it's just working live every day and figuring out where there are opportunities and how to execute on opportunities. I think this is really the best mentorship you can get, is coming here daily and then seeing different trades, because that's the experience that talks. Because a lot of times when I mentored, years ago, we could talk about scenarios, but it's you always forget like little things, and here we're able to talk about them in real time. So this is probably your best spot to learn, to be honest.
Testing. We good? We good.
You're good.
Yeah, I got in some longs here on GJ. Right over here. Have a 10 pip stop, expecting price to come up towards 139,400.
Okay. It's only one minute for the news.
Well, yeah, I mean, it came up here, rejecting this area here, 139,200, candle's about to close bullish. So I think that's a very good opportunity to follow the analysis I had this morning. Kind of waited 2 hours for this. Waited 2 hours for this moment, man. That was a long wait for this moment. 2-hour wait.
I've placed a buy stop at 1937 with gold. So let's see what we do. I don't expect it to get hit right away, but I'm expecting for a long-term movement.
Let's see what the news outcome was over here. News outcome was positive. Ooh, super good news. Okay. That means US 30 should continue up with NYC open. All right, this is what I've been waiting for all morning. For 2 hours I waited for this. Price made a high, came down. This was a support we initialized. Price closed bullish on the 30-minute time frame. Took a buy. Stop is below the 30-minute candle. And we should continue moving bullish.
How are you?
Oh my God, who's this? Pablo, mute.
Yeah, I just removed my buy stop. That's not going anywhere. You just dropped like $5.
vicious violent moves. If we stay above support, enter in a long position. Yeah, this makes sense. Makes perfect sense to go long on GJ. Um, that's it. Oh, US30 is dropping with good news. Let's take a look at USDJPY. Was trending bullish. Okay, it's continuing bullish here. We should continue till 107, 100. Let's take a look at your JPY. Your JPY is kind of like creating some supports on the 30-minute and whatever. This 30-minute on GJ, it needs to flip bullish to continue up. In terms of managing risk on this trade, what I'm looking at is that if this 15-minute candle closes bearish or even comes below 139, let's say 185, I'm going to close 50% of my position. But overall, I'm looking for it to respect this area right over here and then continue moving bullish. To me, I think GJ is creating a lower high to go down. Well, you know, that can happen too. If the candle closes below 139.200, then yes, it will continue to move down. So we're going to wait and see what happens. What about gold? Will gold fall? Gold is ranging. Gold is extremely difficult. It's ranging. If you look on the 30-minute candle closed bullish. So technically this should continue moving bullish. Looks like GJ is showing some signs of life over here now. Waited 2 hours for this setup, planning the trade and trading the plan. Yep, trading the plan right now. And if it comes down and hits my stop, that's going to be the odds of this not working out. You know, that's all what it's going to be. But if it works out, then I'm going to say, okay, you know what? I planned the trade, I executed on the plan, and it worked out. Why do you believe Dow Jones dropped with good news coming out? I don't know, manipulation. Oh, probably it's going to go up with NYC Open later on. Man, I think I'm bad luck. The second I close my computer, price moves. Well, you close your computer knowing that it can move and it cannot move. And plus, the market makers are watching you from your webcam. As soon as they saw you going away, they're like, oh, come on, move it, move it. Market makers are watching you, man. Now look, the 30-minute candle broke the high of the previous 30-minute candle. We're off to the races here, boys. So if someone's out there, you overtraded today and did not wait for confirmations, I'm sorry, man, you had a bad day. It is what it is. The FBI is watching. The FBI is probably watching this stream too and figuring out, man, these guys, what they're doing here, it's highly illegal. This is highly illegal over here. They're giving out free money. This guy, Raja Banks at the top, man. We're about to hit 10 pips here, boys. Boys and girls, 10 pips here. Somewhere there's an FBI office. They got Raja and Ted Face at the top of the board, trying to connect the dots. Ted's account is private on Instagram, so they can't see him. Ted, do you think gold could recover back up to 2070? I think gold is going to go to 3,000.
Yeah, it seems like it can do a lot of damage, to be honest. The way that this is forming, so I think a lot of people are going to get FOMO, but this daily candle looks very scary because of the fact that we had a massive rejection to the downside and then we're going back up. So, I mean, you probably do something like this and then continue. Obviously not to that same scale, but I think this will probably finish off over here. This will be your new consolidation area. And then we're gonna probably have candles that are gonna do this. But to be honest, if you got in down over here somewhere, this is your target right over here. This whole candle will get filled because what'll happen is it'll just keep driving up. Because there's no way that price is gonna not complete this if we do go up. So think about it that way. That should be your target. If price is on the way up, and the meat of a good move will be probably in between here and here, because you can see you have this clean daily candle and then this clean daily candle here. This is going to be the meat of your move. So once you get up to here, this is going to be scary because you're going to be in consolidation, but this area here is going to be your trade. This area here, this is going to be your trade. So be aware. Mark your charts out. You can go zoom in a little bit, and essentially anything above this section here, and anything below that section there, that's going to be your trade that you're looking for with gold. So you can map that out, write that down, put it on a piece of paper. That's what you're looking for with gold in that area. That's going to be your easy trade because of the fact that you have this move here, like I said, and this move here. So if you're patient, you're going to get a nice clean move on the daily or the weekly in that area as we go up.
That's a lot of pips.
That is a lot of pips. So take your time with it. If you're worried about how to trade gold or what to do on the way up, you can watch it happen and then find yourself. Or when we get to over here in this area here, maybe you want to start watching a little bit closely. But over here, I mean, probably we'll top out up at this spot here, and then we'll go to that consolidation. But that's the idea that I'll be looking for too.
Where was your entry? My entry is on the screen right here. My entries got activated at, actually got activated at 139.266. 266. Ooh, even with the 4-hour on gold, seems like this could continue up to 49 and then towards 71. All right, US 30 is also coming up over here. GJ is also in that struggling phase right over here. You know what I'm going to do? Once we come close to the 15-minute candle close, once the 15-minute candle closes, I'm going to bring my stop loss below the current 30-minute candle, kind of like, like trailing it below the candles. That's what I'm going to do. What influence do you think dollar index will have on gold? I don't think about that at all. Trump would like to do capital gain tax cut. Oh, capital gains tax cut. That's interesting. So he wants to cut taxes on capital gains. That's good for the stock market. I'm with Hugo's Way. Can I request a better spread? Well, you can email them and see what they say. Hey guys, can I have a better spread, please? Thanks. Oh, we're coming into a little bit of a drawdown over here. See, now I'm gonna start managing my risk, right? If this 15-minute candle comes and breaks the low, comes and breaks its own low, then I'm gonna close 50% and we'll let the rest run in. So managing risk at the same time as I'm managing the trade. I'm out, guys. 2 trades, 2 wins. Oh, nice. Beautiful. 2 trades, 2 wins. So at 139.208 is where I'm going to close 50%. My scammer broker went the spread from 1 pip to 5 pip. No, that's called increase in volatility when you have high volatile news. That's very normal. You had CPI, so spreads increased. That's actually very normal. Hey, Raja, the one today, my one trade, I got stopped at break even. Can you check it out? All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look. This is, so you got stopped out over here. Break level, close bullish, bullish trend, enter when price break the candle high. You enter when price break the candle high and price went up. Where'd you get stopped out? It's incomplete. There's no labeling here where you got stopped out. So that's false information. And for that false information and for wasting everyone's time, we're going to put you in a timeout over here. You're going in the gulag of the gulag. Just kidding. What session do you trade the most and why? New York session, I trade the most. Should I open position on GJ now? Well, it's up to you. You want to open up a position. I can't tell you to do anything. I'm going to get in trouble. It's up to you. I have a position open and we're basically in a position. Basically, when trend is bullish, your bias is to wait for support to take buys and vice versa for sells, all while continuing to be fluid and trading what you see. Yes, you hit the nail on the head, Charlene. That's exactly what I wait for. Exactly what I look for too. So, you know, same thing we were talking about here at 139.200, that if we get a candle closing below this area, then I'm going to be looking for sells for price to continue moving down. You know, if you get a candle closing bullish here, I'd wait for a candle. And people who are closing right now and you're folding trades, man, we took the trade based off the 30-minute candle. You have to at least wait for the 30-minute candle to come to a close a little bit. You know, like just wait for the train ride to come to a like a stop somewhere. You know, I mean. You know, so I'm in this trade. I took this based on the 30-minute candle and I'm keeping it open until the 30-minute candle. You know, the 15-minute candle just closed bullish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my stop up a little bit, a couple of pips below the current 30-minute candle. That's where I'm going to bring my stop up now. Because, you know, got to be safe. And as GJ moves with the shadow of death. Uncle Ted, I'm using your brokerage, but you don't guys have 1 to 2 leverage, 1 to 200 leverage. Oh, I don't know much about that.
You can request a change.
Oh, there we go.
You can change your leverage to whatever you want. Well, up to 500 to 1.
Oh, so even if it's not available there, you can just request it.
Yeah, you can do 1 to 1 if you want. You can do 1 to 25. You can do whatever you want. Up to 500 to 1.
For broker, what do you think of Oanda? Oanda is a very heavily regulated brokerage, but there's some things you can't do. right? Just like Apple. Apple is really good, but there's some things you can't do with Apple. You can't install third-party stuff on Apple. Never close the position before your target. That's just fear creeping in. I think, yeah, that's just fear creeping in. Move stops strategically to secure profits. Yes. So I think this stream was a great example of knowing how to execute, and like knowing when to execute when that play comes along. My GJ entry was a little later than yours. Do you mind explaining how you got your entry where you did? Yeah, I basically waited for this candle to close. Once this candle closed, I entered a position. And no, actually, I entered the position around 20 seconds before this candle closed because it was closing bullish. So I entered the position, and if there was news coming in and there was high spread, and that spread made me enter at 139.266 a little bit later on. So that was my entry. Raja, Uncle Ted, how can I request? Just send an email, Happy K. I mean, if you can't figure that out by now, I don't think you should be trading at all. I mean, if you don't know how to send an email request to a company, I don't think you're cut out to trade, because trading is way harder than that. We here to talk about Forex, not the vaccine. I wonder how those conversations even start. Is a vaccine here yet?
So I have a question relating to the news that came out today about the UK officially being in recession, Ted.
Okay.
I was just wondering, I mean, obviously the markets, I mean, GJ on a lower time frame is still bullish, like everyone's in buys at the moment. I was just wondering, in terms of the market, how is it not being absorbed as like something major right now, or why more so than how?
Because it wasn't a shock.
Okay, so just simply because of the fact that it was anticipated and people sort of
people were already like thinking that way anyways.
Right.
So not to say that it was priced in, but you need more catalysts. I think if the UK government doesn't handle it correctly, that's where the markets start to slide. But if the government is handling it the best way they can, the markets really won't react poorly to the information. Just because of the fact that they know that it's under somewhat control, if that makes sense. So it's more of how it's perceived by the market. Like if this was all of a sudden like, yeah, we sort of pulled the wool over your eyes, like we didn't realize like we were doing this crap, but surprise we are, then the market would go into turmoil. It's similar. So when you think about those kind of economic events, think about what happened with the housing crisis in 2008 in the US. People didn't realize there was a crisis until it showed up, right? So now that we have now that we everybody's aware that this COVID is really hurt the economies, it's not a shocker that we're in a recession. But like, say for example, they lied about the number of people that have died, or they were lying about the number of cases, then that would shift the direction of the market at that point.
Right, I agree. So it's just essentially there's a tipping point that needs to be, like you said, a catalyst that needs to be carried out for the market to just start its slip. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Ted.
No worries.
So we're coming down into a bit of a drawdown over here on GJ. Got my stops below the current 30-minute candle here. This candle's about to close in 8 minutes. Going to be super safe. 15-minute candles coming down as it is, pretty strong. At this point, I'm closing 50% of my positions. right here. I closed 50%. And if it hits stop, then that's it. That was the trade for today. Didn't secure anything. Was really hoping it would come up to 139,400, but like, you know, if it closes bearish, then there's a higher probability it's going to continue moving down. My bias was bullish. I'm not going to change my bias because I have to stay disciplined, right? Have to stay very disciplined, have the same bias, and do the same thing every day. What's this? US 30 is breaking up over here. What broker would you recommend for the USA with small spreads? Traders Domain, I donated earlier. Thank you. Oh, if you donate, it doesn't mean we're going to read all your questions because the questions come at supersonic speed. Yeah, Traders Domain is pretty good if you're in the US. Any crypto in, crypto out brokers, you know, like they're all pretty good. But if you're looking for MetaTrader 5, that's on Traders Domain. MetaTrader 4 is on all the other brokers. Ooh, we're coming close to a stop loss over here. Oh no, come on. Oh. Oh, the stop loss even made the baby cry over there. Yeah, it hasn't really hit it. It's right there. But it is what it is. I think this is going to be really lowered down my risk over here. Had like a 1.5 lot, closed 50% as it was around, you know, 139, 228. It's about to come to my stop. Oh, we got stopped out right over here. That was a fail for today, everybody. One trade and it didn't work out.
You didn't get the right price.
Oh man.
You lost the showcase showdown. The showcase showdown.
Yeah, see, fun times. So this was a 6 pip loss right over here. Lost around 6 pips. Trade 1, GJ buys. So my total risk on this trade was $150, but since I had excellent risk management, I lost $89 on this trade. Instead of losing $150, I lost $89 because of my amazing risk management. Was really hoping it would come up towards 139,400 and continue on to 139,500, but it is what it is.
Price is wrong, Bob.
Yeah.
That's my Happy Gilmore.
Man, you remember all the man. Your memory is pretty sharp.
No, I just remember stuff I want to remember.
It's like a memory bank. Walks in, alright, yeah, I need that one.
Oh, it was funny. That's when I did that challenge on trading that people are like, he memorized the prices. He should have done better. I'm like, what?
He should have known this.
He should have known the prices because it was in the past. Like, yeah, okay. Oh man, I had a good laugh with some of the comments. How do we know he's not cheating? It's like, I think I would have done better if I was cheating.
Yeah, exactly. Should have called out every trade.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, we'll just wait for another half hour and it's gonna just shoot up like 70 pips. Watch.
Sad days for me, almost margin call, LOL. Beautiful. What would be your target? IMS till in the trade. Oh, I'm still in the trade. Missed the stop loss, but not even by a pip. Yeah, I think like 139,400 would be pretty good if this area gets respected as support. But I'm pretty okay with my performance here today.
Yeah, if you look over the last, like the way this chart is printing, and you know, we look at where we had our original sort of zone that we made, like the other day, this area here, you can start to see that we are sort of stepping up. So you're going to get this kind of effect. This is your problem area now. So when you're trading GJ, similar to what we talked about yesterday. So remember we said yesterday that we needed to sort of break out of this area here. And then, you know, obviously these candles came up here. Now this is your new area, right? So candles can drop back down anywhere deep into that zone, but your stop, to be honest, if you're going to trade GJ long term, you know, is going to be below this area here, because this could basically flip around, similar to what happened here. My only concern is this may be a booby trap candle, and then we just do that. But just the way that the overall market is going in terms of the direction, I mean, we still are pretty bullish, to be honest. It's just, once again, GJ has deep pull-ups and pull-downs, so you get smacked around. But when it runs, hey, you get nice 20, 30 pips out of it, 40 pips, 50 pips.
Oh yeah.
So US 30, people are asking about your Dow Jones index. Right now, there's a lot of positive sentiment going on right now. People are talking that there's going to be some push, so expect US 30 to fly a bit as we come to the New York Open. Gold is doing its thing on its way up. I think if you look on the hourly on gold, you're in a little bit of a range, so I'd be careful if you're trying to trade gold. To be honest, on the hourly, we have, you know, I would say this could easily be a range. So be very cautious. Obviously, we're in it is going bullish, but I mean, it could reject over here. So just manage your trades accordingly. Watch for different areas of the position, so that you know that you can manage things accordingly. Other than that, I mean, the higher time frames are bullish as well. So you're in a good spot. Let's put it this way: if your daily time frame is bullish, chances are you're going to be good. Because, like I always say, it's harder for the daily time frame to flip. It's very rare that we see a daily time frame flip if it hasn't done so by now. So if you look at where gold dipped to, it dipped to like 1875 or whatever it was, and now we're at 1940. It's, I mean, I'm a betting man, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard for it to flip to back down to 1800s from 1940 in one day. I mean, yesterday we saw it go $100, but it was already on a slide down anyways. So keep that in mind.
So this thing moved. Oof, 46, 43 pips.
Yeah, it did a nice slide up.
GJ also closed at that support. It's just now GJ is getting really difficult to trade over here. 1 hour candle closed like a small doji candle, nothing to do, nothing to see. 30-minute also closed at the same support we closed before the London Open push. You said you took the trade based off the 30-minute. Also, you said to let 30-minute close. You didn't do that. 30-minute close bullish might still work out. No, I entered the trade 30 minutes before the candle closed. So I'm sorry that offended you, but it still closed bullish. Yeah, drawing lines to continue to go up. Yeah. At this stage, my trading day is done. You know, like it took, waited 2 hours for the trade, took the trade, went in profits, came down, managed the risk. It is what it is. You know, sometimes, you know, you see the perfect setup, doesn't really work out. It's the odds of it not working out. Let's take a look at this chart here. GJ 1 hour. I know you don't pay attention to trend lines, but this has been respecting in Asian since. Yeah, it's also been respecting this support here too, kind of like, you know, from London session. But that trend line you drew, yeah, it makes sense there. 4-hour candle also opened after the bearish 4-hour candle close. So 30 minutes saying that we have support, but candles are bearish. 4-hour candle, previous candle is also bearish, which is saying this may continue moving down. But since I've been here on the charts for about like 2.5 hours, I'm not going to spend my time overthinking where price will go when I know that for me to know where price will go, that's only going to matter tomorrow. That next time I'm going to come back tomorrow morning and then we'll do the same thing over and over again. Would it have been safer idea to enter if the bullish candle had closed above the previous bearish candle? No. No, it's still safe. It was still safe. Do you also know anything about pocket options? No, I don't know anything about pocket options. I don't know much about a lot of things, to be honest. Our buy stops at 1955 on gold valid. 1955.
All right, I'm off. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, thank you. Take care, stay safe, stay strong. See you tomorrow.
Will do.
I'm still in the trade with 50% since it respected the 30-minute low and broke the 30-minute high, closed plus closed at support. Yeah, I mean, if it does go up, awesome. I'm out of this trade. I'm going to call it a day here, everybody. Take care. If you took a loss today, listen, everyone. If someone took a loss today, there's no reason why you should be over trading. There's no reason you should be chasing that loss. If you took a loss, you've been on the charts for like 2 hours, 3 hours, in some cases 6 hours. Man, I can't even imagine that. But, you know, just call it a day. You know, close the charts, come back tomorrow, because more moves are going to happen tomorrow. And I can bet this thing is going to move by NYC Open in 30 minutes. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay here till NYC Open. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to see what happens. I kind of want to know how US 30 is going to move by NYC Open, where I'm not taking a trade at all. I took one trade, took a loss, and that's it. got we got 22 minutes. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee and some food, some pre-gym food. Ooh, gotta do legs today. Damn. Not a happy camper today doing legs.
Raja, where are you, man?
He said he's gonna eat something, bro. He's gonna take a coffee or something like that.
Anybody can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep, can hear you,
Okay.
Kevin.
Here's the thing. I'm on GJ buys, but I'm expecting this 30-minute candle to close bullish. As another confirmation, in my opinion, for today, the support just got created around 139, 100. So basically, that's my stop loss. Just be careful. If this 30-minute candle doesn't close bearish, doesn't close bullish, sorry, then I'm gonna close this trade. But I'm expecting London close should continue this move to retest the previous height from today. So just pay attention to the charts and be careful. I'm currently
200,
driving, so as my stop loss is in place right now. So there's nothing to worry about unless this 30-minute candle close bearish. So yeah, just pay attention.
Cool. Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Enjoy your trip.
I'm back. Looks like nothing happened. G just still chilling.
We just had a quick teaser from Cohen.
Hey, Mr. Raja.
Oh,
I thought I had
Kerwin.
a problem on my phone.
Oh, what happened over there?
Nothing, man. Just chilling, you know, driving, going to the beach today.
Oh, nice. Beach time. Yeah, I'm gonna head off, everyone. Take care. Kerwin, have fun at the beach. Don't drown, okay? Mexicans can't swim.
Yeah, man. thank you, man. You know. Take care, Raja.
Take care, Kerwin.
Shukriya. Thank you.
Shukriya.
Shukriya. Thank you. Adios.
Have a good day, mate.
Take care, everyone.